and welcome back, friends. It has been such a busy few months, and I'm finally going to sit down and catch up with you all to share some life updates. Let me tell you, life in the last 3 months has been fuller than these dumplings. Like, just when I think it cannot get any juicier, any saucier, it does. There's always something else being thrown into the mix. A little bit of spice, a little rogue ingredient that catches you off guard. Life has been moving at lightning speed for me lately, and it is time to slow down and share some of the things that have made the last couple months surprisingly challenging and just revealing at this time of my life right now. Starting with heartbreak. I don't really know how to talk about this or how to share it in a way that feels right because, of course, it's still fresh and it hurts. I also really want to be respectful to the relationship and the love and care and true acceptance that we shared for one another. Maintaining that respect and privacy is really important to me. I also feel that I cannot not talk about it because it has been such a big part of what I've been going through in the last few months. And to be frank, I was shattered, broken for weeks, nonstop crying and wondering and spiraling and just feeling like I was taken back to all these other moments in my life where something that I once loved just vanishes before I even get a chance to say goodbye. Okay, guten Morgen. Had a bit of a rough night last night. Just feeling a lot of feelings and out of the blue, I just get hit with a wave of sadness. I guess that's just the uncertainty of life that you don't really get to ever know for sure, and you just have to make the best decision you can in the moment and trust that it hopefully leads you to where you're trying to go. Yeah, and Mochi knows that too. It's because you are living 1,000 deaths every single day. 1,000 little deaths of moments and memories and reminders of this person and of the life you had together is the hardest part. It's just constantly realizing the end and the loss and that you'll never get it back. And that's really, really hard. So, compared to the very, very first week, I'm doing much, much better. I actually feel quite okay and almost in a way excited for what, lies ahead and the growth that's about to happen within me. I'm very curious about and wanting for it to happen. There are just moments, especially at the end of the day, when I get to sit alone quietly with my thoughts, that I really feel the loss and I feel the grief just consuming my body, and it feels almost unstoppable. I guess I just want to be very real about the state of my emotions right now, because I just really want to remind myself and remind others that this is all part of it. This is all part of the process. Yeah, you cannot have growth without these moments of true sadness and pain and loss, and that is what allows you to appreciate really what you've gotten to experience in your life and the people you've gotten to be around and share a glimpse in time together. Hold them close, hold them dearly, but also don't be afraid to let go. That is my little update for now. I don't know why it always happens to be in these pajamas and with an eye mask, but that's when I feel most ready to talk about these kinds of things. Okay, another thing that just kind of sucks sometimes when you're going through a breakup is you just can't really keep track of who you've told or like how much you've told. And I feel like all my German relatives or family friends who I've talked to, they are so blunt and direct about the question, where it's like they're not trying to dance around and be like, well, how are you doing? How are things going? They're just like, well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's the most German thing I've ever heard. Was machen wir heute? It's Brötchenzeit. 2 Eier. Boom. Boom. Und ein Kiwi. Boom. We're gonna just take it easy today with our emotions. That is that.
Itadakimasu. Wow, ganz Eichhörnchen.
And so this catapulted me into a healing process that I don't even think I was ready for, but needed to happen and has slowly been getting better. And since then, I have been living my Lana Del Rey era, all swept up in my sadness in the middle of a beautiful, iconic Berlin summer, which honestly reminded me just how big and mysterious life can be. There are so many moments that came surprisingly to me, a newfound treasure buried deep in a bunch of shit, a moment that could only be caught in a glimpse of time, but reassured me that something is there, something is shifting, changing. Whether I see it or not, the wind paths of my life were really starting to pick up and take me in directions that I didn't even know was possible. It was almost happening on its own, which in my book is a good sign that you are actually on the right path. When life is flowing, when things align naturally, that is a clear sign that things are okay and will be okay. And that was enough to keep me going, honestly. Every day, just trusting in these little nudges from life, its coincidental signs and signals telling me that this may be exactly what my heart needs right now. To draw back in, to retreat and mend this broken heart.
Boah, das sieht so lecker aus. Bro. Wie kann das so gut sein?
To be true and loving and patient with myself.
Não posso crer. It's so light, it's fluffy.
I don't think I have really done that for most of my life. It almost feels too self-indulgent to even wish those things out loud. Knowing that choosing yourself means that you can't choose others sometimes. It breaks the hearts of both, but the cost is dearer when it's your own. And to be really real, I have never shown myself the same amount of love and attention that I do for others. It was just always easier to give, to be there, to fix things, to do things for others while leaving my own heart waiting and waiting and waiting for her turn.
Mann, bist du schnell. Mann.
How long have I been setting aside my own needs to make space for those of others? I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I don't want to be the last thing on my list anymore. I don't want to give up or neglect my needs just because it doesn't fit the mold of everyone else's. This is a lesson I have been needing to learn for so long, and I still haven't gotten it.
Die einmal? Ja. 1,40 € macht das dann. 2. Dankeschön.
Ja. Danke dir. Schönen Tag. Ja. Ist auch so, ne? Ja. Genau. So. Hier mal. Und
learning to love myself despite every fiber of my being fighting against that for the sake of others is so opposite to what has been programmed in my brain that I have to take every damn opportunity to practice it when I can. I have to go out of my way to choose myself, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's too much, and especially when others are not doing it for my own peace, my own happiness, my own joy. Choosing to give myself the fullest and deepest love I've ever known is the only way to really heal that little girl. She's been waiting 20-something years now for me to look at her and finally acknowledge how scared and alone and tired she is just from being something for everyone else except herself. Our lives are so short and frankly unimportant. We are only here for a blink in time. So it cannot be wasted trying to self-deprecate, self-destruct, self-doubt, self-anything other than self-love. We are here to give life our best shot, our own version of the beautiful miracle it is that we even get to be here. So we gotta get our spark back. took me a little while, of course, but it slowly happened the more I spent time doing the things I love and the more I spent time with myself. It was like coming back to an old friend, a steady companion who knows you better than anyone else, who will go with you anywhere and will always be there to enjoy these little moments of life together. I started to take myself on many little dates around the city like it was my job. Like I'm giving myself princess treatment the way I would want someone else to give me princess treatment. Truly having the most fun doing the simplest things, enjoying good company, new experiences, delicious food, adventures, the outdoors, nature, and dancing. Of course, always dancing. And in a way, it almost felt like Berlin was taking care of me. So many serendipitous moments riding through the city, waking up to the orange glow of a beautiful sunrise, the bustling crowds at markets and slow walks through the park, the way the leaves change and fall with the seasons. And there were so many events happening all over the city. Berlin Food Week, the Festival of Lights, concerts, that reminded me just how special and brilliant this city really is. It's here! So, we have a very special package here. You know what? I realized this girl is a lot heavier than she looks, and biking with her has been kind of a challenge, but then also when I'm like getting groceries and things, I need the power assist. So, got ourselves a little e-bike. And I'm gonna set it up now, so let's do this. Roller skates. And on top of all of that, a couple of even newer changes in my life made these months actually go by really fast. Besides my biking upgrade, I also started a new job here in Berlin that really came at the perfect time and was a great entryway into the world of Stadtmitte corporate life, which I have my own thoughts on, of course, but it's kind of exhilarating to be in the middle of it all and meet so many cool people. So yeah, your girl is back in the office and living her boss girl moment again. First day of work coffee. Which feels good and also deserves a slice of cake. Always. I truly live for my cake dates. It's my favorite activity to do on my own because it just feels that much more special to enjoy my Kaffee and Kuchen with no other care in the world other than to be present with myself. And the last big piece of news of recent is finishing my master's degree. I've been preparing for these final exams for months and months, and I just finished up my thesis, final lecture assignments. So all of that together pretty much made me a hermit for October and November. I was constantly studying and reviewing in between working and training and dance, and I'm just happy to say that we have finally reached the end and I will be graduating. My little celebratory jump because I finished my exam. I've been this whole past week, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. every morning to get my studying and review done and my practice exams before I head into work. So it's just been such a long week. And then the first day of exams was yesterday, and I felt pretty good about it. The third exam was really hard. But basically, this is the deciding factor of whether or not I graduate and get this degree or not. I tried to be very strategic about how I spread out my studying and approached it, both for like theoretical concept grounding, but also for just factual knowledge and knowing things. Yeah, it was a lot, but I'm finally done, and I'm so relieved. I almost feel like the last couple months I've been in such a focus mode that I haven't really felt any emotion other than like the constant drone of, all right, let's wake up and do this again, you know? And it's not that I haven't been excited about life, but I just haven't been able to feel excitement for a while because everything has been subdued under this pressure to pass these exams and to do well because my degree is on the line, but also like
Grad school was a choice I made for myself. I decided to go back to school. I paid for it myself. I really missed working the scientific part of my brain and understanding concepts that I have long been living and practicing in my creative life that to me translates to so many other career paths that I could take now that wouldn't be available to me if I didn't do this degree. That is why I'm here. That's how I ended up where I am, and I am this close to graduating. So close. So gosh, I'm just hoping and praying that my professors give me mercy and these exams are cleared, they're passed. I've been having way too much one-on-one time with my laptop, and like I just need a break from her. I love her, she does amazing, great things for me, and we work so well together, but I need a break. And so yeah, I'm just out here enjoying the rain. I feel like I started this channel around the same time that I started grad school. I just haven't like really talked about it that much here. And there's so much more that I kind of want to share about the whole process, the whole experience. I think everyone's grad school experience is totally different depending on where you go and what you study and the who, what, where, when, why, but I only have really positive remarks about mine. Like I really, truly enjoyed everything that I learned.
So, meine Lieben, if there's anything I can say about heartbreaking times, it is let it all fall apart and let what matters most be put back together. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And if we're not, just meet me at Bramibars and we will get some donuts. Okay, friends, but that is all for this one. I will see you in the new year and stay tuned for a little meetup. I'm going to reach out to those who commented and messaged me to organize a little get-together for us to bring in the new year. Und wie immer, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful and restful end of the year, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao!